I'd like to move on to our partner segment. Partners are crucial for you, our customers. They help you take our products, implement them, they support you, they're your strategic advisors, and they are absolutely crucial to us. I'm absolutely pleased to have up here today IBM, who has been a partner for us for over 30 years. We have 19,000 joint customers here together, of which I mentioned earlier System I, AS400. So together we have a lot that we work together on. A few weeks ago, IBM announced IBM PureSystems. And Charles Phillips, our CEO, was actually in attendance at that event. And today here at Inforum, we're announcing that Infor 10 ERP is now available on PureSystems. So to help talk through some of that, please welcome from IBM, Robert LeBlanc. Robert? Good to see you. Thanks.
Good to see you.
Yeah, grab a seat. Great to have you here.
Great to be here.
One of our most important partners. So, PureSystems, big announcement. Tell the folks a little bit about some of the macro elements, the macro problem statement that you guys are trying to solve with it.
Well, like everyone else, we kind of, took a step back and took a look at all the challenges that you, our clients had, our business partners had. And when you take a look at the IT industry and the amount of money that we're all spending, and what you said earlier, spending on integrating things, is pretty astonishing. In fact, we did a study, and about 70% of the IT dollars are being spent just on maintaining and operating what we have already. And in fact, we look back in 1996, the average client spent about 23% on labor to manage IT. Today, that's gone up to 69%. So you think about that.
Incredible.
And with 70% of the dollars being spent there, it's taking away from our ability to continue to innovate, for clients to innovate around their processes, their industry. So we took a step back and we said, well, what are the problems that everyone has? And obviously, we work with a lot of clients around the world. We also have a very large services business.
Just a small one.
Just a small one. And we went back and we spent a lot of time with our services team to understand where are they spending their time. And their time being spent is probably no different. And we looked back and said, well, what are the biggest challenges in hardware and software? And it tends to be, around integration, around configuration, and around tuning. So we said, with all of this expertise that we have, why couldn't we take all of that and really provide a set of integrated systems that makes it much easier for clients, for partners to deploy? And really look at the IT lifecycle from deployment up front all the way to the back-end maintenance. Because we do spend an awful lot of time maintaining the systems that we have.
We do.
And that prevents us from spending, valuable resources and dollars on other things that are important.
Great. Our strategy then on taking that 60 cents on every dollar that gets spent on services and really making it one-time spend, strategy very well aligned. So that's the macro environment. Now tell these folks, I think it's up here, what is it? What is PureSystems?
Well, we announced the PureSystems family, and there's two primary members of the family, what we call PureFlex. Think of that as an infrastructure system, and Pure Application, really an application system. And we looked at three fundamental criteria that we wanted to put into these systems. One, built-in expertise. We wanted to put these systems together with the experience and understanding of patterns that we see in the industry. And we think we've captured about 80% of the patterns. So for those people that want to build their own application, we can provide them with a pattern of how to put together all of the pieces from hardware, whether it be compute nodes, storage, networking, all the way up the stack to middleware, but also provide the ability for partners like Infor to be able to take your expertise and put it in a pattern. Exactly. Okay, so we said we want to allow that expertise to be built in. The second one was integration by design. And traditionally the way we've built systems in the IT industry is we build the hardware is given to the software team develops their software, and then we deliver the bits and pieces to clients. We said, what if we designed it from the ground up? And so what we did is we took a bunch of our hardware engineers and our software engineers, and we put them in one actually physical location. And we said, okay, you're not building hardware, you're not building software, you're building a system. So integrate the hardware and software by design, and also you wanted to design it for the workload. So if I have a heavy query kind of system, guess what? The hardware characteristics and software characteristics are different. If I'm running a transactional system, again, the characteristics are different. In the past, clients had to decide what they were running, take a general purpose system, and they had to make it a workload optimized system.
Right.
So we said, what if we can provide that level of expertise and pre-integrate that in the factory?
That's great.
And then the last one was simplified experience. Part of the challenge we have is when we looked at the average, clients can take 45, 60, 90 days to procure, bring in the hardware, load up all the software from the operating system all the way up, put on virtualization, you know, to get it ready for the cloud. And we said, you know what? We think we can do that much easier. We think 4 hours.
Wow.
So we set a target of 4 hours. And so 4 hours from the time that the system shows up until you running your first workload, whether it be an application from Infor or your own application, that was kind of our target. In fact, for a lot of you in the audience, I was talking to one client and they said, boy, this sounds like a supercharged AS400. And in fact, you know, that level of integration, but it's also open. We're delivering it with all the open technology so you can add on to it.
So you already touched upon a lot of the benefits. Any other customer benefits that you want to highlight?
Well, there's, when you talk about customer benefits, I love one of your charts from Infor. And in fact, Charles Phillips was at the launch, and he was up on stage with me in New York City, and he put up this chart. And I looked at the chart, and I go, I don't need another chart. I'm just going to use Infor's chart. Think about it, simplification and standardization. If I can get simplification and standardization, all these permutations and combinations, much easier to manage. I can absolutely deploy faster. No one says, hey, I want to slow down deployment. And when you think 35% of all projects miss their dates, well, that costs you time, money. Not only that, it costs you all of the skill that you would otherwise have working on another problem, you know, still on that particular problem. Easier application management from the beginning to the end life cycle. We've tended to focus in the industry on the front end, the application, but we have to focus in on the maintenance. And in fact, with the PureSystems, both Flex and application, you can actually do maintenance without bringing the machine down. Because it's all virtualized, we can move the workload to a set of the virtualized systems, and you can do maintenance and then switch over. So you're not having to bring the system down, you know, the midnight Saturday operations, you know, that we've seen in the past. We optimize it for performance, and we allow some degree of optimization so, you know, partners like yourself can optimize your application. So, you know, we think that's a big thing. You know, reducing the IT footprint. In fact, we think you can run double the amount of systems now on a PureFlex or Pure Application system than you could in the past. Wow. So that 50% can mean a lot in terms of just think the hardware, your space, your software licenses, things of that nature. And then dynamically shared resources, you know, for most part, that's cloud. Everyone wants cloud. Everyone wants the, you know, to make it dynamic. So we built cloud right in. So you don't have to put virtualization in. You don't have to put the monitoring and the dynamic allocation of resources. We've built it right into the system.
Great.
So right out of the box. And if you think Flex, think of an ISAS. You can think of the Pure Application System, think of a PaaS system, all integrated.
Great. Good.
Now I'm going to ask you a question.
Uh-oh.
You know, we've been working with Infor for most of you. We approached Infor over a year ago to become part of the team that actually built out the system. Because we thought we had a good handle on what the challenges were, but we wanted leading vendors like yourself to really put us to the test and make sure we were looking at this correctly. So I know you guys at Infor have been working with the IBM team for over a year. So what's going on with you guys and PureSystems?
I think we actually have a slide. I mean, I know we announced PureSystems working with Infor 10 ERP here today, but like you said, the partnership between the two of us goes back such a long way that the trust and the confidence of our teams working together over the last year has been incredible. So we actually are shipping today, you see it up there, Enterprise LX, Discrete Enterprise with XA, Lawson the M3 product, and Ion on Wintel are shipping today. So these are things that were available right here, right now with Infor 10 ERP. And you can see the dates of the products that are coming in very short period of time in the next few weeks to a few months. So thank you. Thank you for that. So obviously very exciting opportunity for our partnership, very exciting opportunity for IBM, very exciting opportunity for our customers. Biggest question of all is how do these guys get started?
Well, first of all, there's a lot of sessions, obviously, in the conference that you need to attend. We do have a booth. IBM's got a booth, and I invite all of you to come to the booth and see some of the exciting things that we have. More importantly, I really think you've got to take a look at what Infor is doing, what IBM is doing, and what our partnership can bring to your respective organizations. So, bring in your local Infor rep, your IBM rep, and put us through our paces, because I really do think that we are taking this to the next level. And, the go faster is not only a tagline, it is something that's just absolutely necessary. And we got to take the complexity out of IT. Because IT has got to be an enabler, not something that slows us down. So, collectively with IBM and Infor, I think we can help speed up, client implementations, get you to be innovators. Because at the end of the day, I don't care what industry you're in, I think the innovators are the ones that win the race. So we want you to all here to be innovators.
Very excited, Robert. Looking forward to the partnership, and our strategies are so aligned with actually helping our customers spend less money. It's a hard thing to do, isn't it, to get them to spend less money, but together we'll get them to do that and have a lot more value for their systems.
Okay, very good.
Thank you for being here.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Robert.
Have a great conference.